If you were choosing a baby name for Arlo's twin brother, what name would you choose? That's what we're on the hunt for today, and based on the names that they're liking that are in bold, I was thinking Rory, Harlan, Ezra, Hollis, Elliot, Abel, Aver, Calder, Magnus, Amos, Edmund, Olin, Arthur, Avery, Archer, Jasper, Edward, Emerson, Roscoe, Oscar, Otto, Shepard, Graham, and Luca. When pairing twin names, some people feel really strongly one way or another on if you should or shouldn't use the same first initial. I'm kind of down the middle. I think there's a way to do it without it feeling too matchy-matchy. So baby's twin brother Arlo has a long O sound in his name, and big sister also has a long O sound, so I did think it was worth exploring other names with that O sound. Same thing I was saying with the same first initial. There are some names ending in an O that I don't think would feel too matchy-matchy with Arlo. Like Arlo and Hugo, for example, are two that feel like separated enough, whereas like Arlo and Elio, that could be kind of, you'd feel a little tongue-tied, I think. And I was interested in exploring names that had the AR in there, so it could kind of mirror Arlo in a subtle way. So like if you used Warren, for example, that has the AR in the middle, both have the AR, but they sound completely different. So Arlo and Warren, but they're still tied together phonetically in a more subtle way than using like that same first initial. They like softer sounding names, and they want a name that's at least 2 syllables. I consider Arlo like one of those standout names where you're only gonna meet maybe 1 or 2 Arlos in your life, if that, depending on where you live. I know it varies, but it'd be fun to look at other kind of like one of a kind, but still familiar names. Arlo feels so sweet to me, so I was looking at other like lists I've made in the past of very sweet boys' names, along with some names that feel like a little bit like mischievous. I feel like Arlo, like I always say that, it's in a good way, but there's like a little bit of a mischievous energy to Arlo, so I was looking for more like playful, mischievous names too. Narrowing it down, I always do it into categories. So first looking at names with O sounds, because Arlo's got that O sound, big sister has an O sound. The names I was thinking were Roscoe, Ambrose, Ronan, Odin, and Jonas. They both also have L sounds too, so I was thinking Harlan, Hollis, Wilder, Florian, and Delmar. It's a personal little challenge. I was like, can we find another one that has both an O and an L sound? So Olin, Winslow, Sol, Holden, and Nolan. I did have to include Nolan there. It's in the top 100. I just couldn't think of any more. I'd love to hear what suggestions you would have if you know any like great boys names that have an O and an L sound in there. And then other 4-letter options like Arlo. I love Arlo and Rory together. I think they sound so sweet. Ivan, Arlo and Ivan, Arlo and Lyle, Arlo and Amos. I think that one sounds so cool. And then Arlo and Abel. And then other A names. So Adler, Abbott. Abbott has been one of my like hyperfixation names lately, so I've been trying to pump the brakes on it, but I actually do think it's a really good option for them, so I didn't make it an honorable mention. That's what I have been doing, so I've been fixating on it. Alden, Angus, and Ansel. And then honorable mentions, Oscar, Lewis, Elliot, Felix, Irving, Conrad, and Dawson. I would love to know what name you would choose if you were naming Arlo's twin brother, or if you have an Arlo, what name you gave to any of your other kids, and I hope everyone is having a great day.